नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साधना टीवी के सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों को मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। संपूर्ति एवं श्रद्धा आपके संबंधों को कैसे विस्तारित करते हैं, इसके बारे में आज मैं बात करूँगा। I'll expand on how the integrity and authenticity expands your relationships and enriches you to have the fulfillment. Dhyan se suniye. First I wanted to make these three statements. One, relationship does not mean only the few human beings who live around you. When I use the word relationship, I mean your relationship with your health, with your money, with your life, with your success, with the nature, everything. Second, you also have a very inauthentic way of dreaming about your life, just to have few cozy relationships around you, and that is enough. You are complete with your relationships and relationship dimension, which is completely wrong and inauthentic. Third, please listen. Third, only when you expand you to the level with integrity and authenticity, anything, anybody comes in your breathing space, there is a conflict-free, complete relationship. You are going to experience fulfillment and success. Relationship is not related to the quantity, it is related to quality. Please listen. The third statement takes the concept of relationship completely to the different level altogether. Let us start from the beginning. संपूर्ति का अर्थ है आप स्वयं को और अन्य लोगों को दिए हुए विचार एवं वाक्य को पूर्ण करें और स्वयं एवं जीवन के साथ पूर्णत्व स्थिति का अनुभव करें। जब आप अपनी उच्चतम क्षमता में स्थित होकर अपनी जीवन की सभी प्रतिक्रिया करते हैं, उस स्थिति से जो आप स्वयं को स्वयं की दृष्टि में समझते हैं, जो आप स्वयं को अन्य लोगों के सामने प्रस्तुत करते हैं और जो आपसे अन्य लोग अपेक्षा रखते हैं, तब आप श्रद्धा में स्थित है। पुनः सुनिए, संपूर्ति का अर्थ है आप स्वयं को और अन्य लोगों को दिए हुए विचार एवं वाक्य को पूर्ण करे और स्वयं एवं जीवन के साथ पूर्णत्व स्थिति का अनुभव करे। जब आप अपनी उच्चतम क्षमता में स्थित होकर अपनी जीवन की सभी प्रतिक्रिया करते हैं, उस स्थिति से जो आप स्वयं को स्वयं की दृष्टि में समझते हैं, जो आप स्वयं को अन्य लोगों के सामने प्रस्तुत करते हैं और जो आपसे अन्य लोग अपेक्षा रखते हैं, तब आप श्रद्धा में स्थित है। I'll expand on these principles. When you bring integrity, you will heal all the broken relationships, the conflicts which you create and created in the past. Listen. Creating in the present and created in the past gets healed when you bring integrity. Let me repeat these 3 statements I made, then you will understand one by one. पहले मैं आपको 3 चीजें बताना चाहता हूँ। संबंध का अर्थ केवल आपके आसपास के मनुष्यों से संबंधित नहीं है। जब मैं संबंध शब्द का उपयोग करता हूँ, मेरा अर्थ है सभी संबंधों से है आपको स्वास्थ्य, पैसा, जीवन, सफलता, प्रकृति, सभी। Listen. You need to understand the principle of relationship in larger context. Any conflict experienced in your inner space reminds you your inauthenticity in relationships. When you have the idea, relationships are just nothing but what you experience with few people, you have very narrow, low view and ideas. Listen. आप अपनी जीवन में इन सभी चीजों से संबंध रखते हैं। अन्य लोग ध्यान, व्यापार, स्वास्थ्य इत्यादि, धन, व्यापार, स्वास्थ्य इत्यादि। When you bring integrity, you will heal all the damage you caused inside you, outside you, due to the relationships, the ignorance you had in the zone of relationships. Listen. Your ignorance in the space of relationship not only causes damage in others, it causes damage in you also. When you cause damage in your spouse, in your mother, in your father, be very clear, you cause damage in you. Because your father, mother, spouse, all the relationships you carry decides the confidence and the energy you have about you. आप जब भी अपने अपने अंदर संघर्ष का अनुभव करते हैं, वो आपको अपने संबंधों में अश्रद्धा के बारे में स्मरण कराता है। जब आप संपूर्ति लाते हैं, आप आपके संबंधों के क्षेत्र में उपस्थित अज्ञानता को दूर करते हैं, अज्ञानता को दूर करते हैं। Your inauthenticity is again and again exposed to you whenever there is a conflict in relationships. Whenever you experience conflict in any relationship, your inauthenticity is exposed to you. Listen. When you bring integrity as a principle to live, as a space from where you will operate, listen. I am not making a statement. Integrity should be there just in your actions. Integrity has to be there from the space where you act, where your cognition happens. Yesterday, few of the participants of the inner awakening were little late. I think 1 minute or 2 minutes late. I'm so happy. Nowadays in Dhyanapitham, 1 minute or 2 minutes late is considered as late. I'm so happy we reclaimed our integrity. In the initial years, 2003 and 4, when I started the Sangha, I used to be very clear with the participants about integrity and responsibility. Unfortunately, in course of time, of course I am responsible for it. In course of time, when there are thousands started gathering for programs, I am not able to spend time with each one and remind about the integrity and responsibility. And in course of time, I myself saw in front of my eyes, yogo nashta parantapaha. The yoga is lost in course of time. Now by the divine grace, when I took the responsibility and put my foot down, no, we are going to remind people the strength of integrity, authenticity, responsibility. I can see from January 1st, 2013, when we entered the new decade, we entered a space where we will never decay anymore. In 2003, we are born. 2013, we have become matured. And now even 1 minute delay, 2 minute delay is getting noticed. When I was talking to those participants, when I was listening to those participants, they were talking more in terms of time delay, and they will make sure this does not happen again. But I want all of you to understand, it is not just action. It is space from which you operate. When you bring the integrity as a space inside you, the space you perceive, you experience, you operate, suddenly so much of healing happens to you and to others who are living around you, who are relating with you, fortunately or unfortunately. Listen. One of the important healing factor in relationships is the other person feeling confident, you are transformed, you are going to be different in future. To tell you honestly, nobody is too serious about the past hurt. Everybody is expecting about what is going to be the future. If you give them the confidence, assurance, the future is going to be really transformed, authentic and responsible. There is nobody who is not ready to heal their past or drop their past. Everyone is waiting to drop their past and relate with you in a new way. Who is interested in carrying the past wounds? Just like how you are waiting to drop the past and have the new future. Everyone is waiting to drop the past and create the new future. कृपया पुनः ध्यान से सुनिए। जब भी आपकी कोई भी संबंध में आप संघर्ष का अनुभव करते हैं, आपकी अश्रद्धा आपके सामने बार बार प्रस्तुत होती है। When you bring integrity, first, you will give the confidence to others. They can expect a new you in their life, new being in their life, transformed being in their life. Suddenly, even you trust your transformation is real. Yesterday I was reading a status update in one of my disciples' Facebook. She writes, I am not able to relate with the old person. I am not even able to remember with the spiritual name I gave. She wrote, now I am Saundaryananda. Now when I read, I felt so beautiful. Wow. When you feel you are not able to relate with your old personality, after you bring these 4 principles, I tell you, your transformation is real and it is going to be permanent. जब आप संपूर्ति में स्थित होते हैं, जिस जगह से आप अपने जीवन का अनुभव करते हैं, जिस जगह से आप प्रतिक्रिया व्यक्त करते हैं, वह संपूर्ति में स्थित होगा। तब अचानक आप अपने और दूसरों के गांव बांटते हुए देखेंगे। Even you feel you are a new being. You can't relate with your old being. So naturally, others also will respond. There is nobody who wants to carry on with the old past and hurt the future. Just like you are intelligent enough to drop the past and get into the future, everyone is intelligent enough, even though you don't believe others are intelligent enough to drop the past and go into the future. One more thing you need to know. When the integrity heals the damages you caused to yourself and to others in the past, now the real relationships starts. Your authenticity has to come in play. It has to start the drama. Now, the authenticity has the power to expand your possibilities of relating with anything. With anything. I could see some of my Swamis. Suddenly they are able to relate with anybody. Authenticity gives you the power to relate with anybody and anything. When you have authenticity, even when you touch a flower, your touch will be different. When you touch a hammer to crack the stone, to break the stone, the touch will be different. When you touch a flower to worship, the touch will be different. Authenticity brings different quality and different dimensions to relate with everything with which you are relating. With integrity and authenticity, you will experience new you in you, which will be new for everyone. संपूर्ति एवं श्रद्धा के साथ आप अपने अंतर एक नया जीव का अनुभव करेंगे। श्रद्धा के साथ आप किसी भी वस्तु एवं व्यक्ति के साथ सरलता से जुड़ सकते हैं। Even you feel you are new, you can't relate with your old being, so naturally others also will respond in same way. आपको भी लगता है कि आप नए व्यक्ति हैं, आप अपने पुराने व्यक्तित्व से संबंध नहीं देख पाते हैं, इसलिए दूसरे भी स्वाभाविकता से आपसे नए तरीके से देखते हैं, दिखे हैं। Understand, I have seen in my experience, when authenticity happens, you are ready to spontaneously relate with every new being who is coming in your presence. I have seen some people running away from society, hiding themselves in caves. Listen, sitting in cave and meditating is not wrong, but if you are doing it for wrong reason, it is wrong. If you are inauthentic and unable to handle the people who come in your space authentically, spontaneously, you just want to escape from all relationships and you go and hide in the caves. It is inauthentic. अश्रद्धा है. Everything has to happen out of completion. Living out of completion is your birthright. Every human being, first thing they should do when you start living your life is find the root thought patterns, suffering patterns, which is causing you suffering, and complete. That completion gives you the courage to relate with human beings with integrity and authenticity. People are afraid to relate with other human beings. Even when you go to meet your friends, you prepare all the statements you have to tell him. Why can't you be spontaneous? Even to meet with your friend, why do you need so much of preparation? Why do you need so much of inauthentic strategy planning? Why do you need so much of lack of integrity verbal preparation? It is so unfortunate. The trust level between the friends is dropped because the trust between you and you is stopped. You are afraid. Even with you, you don't sit spontaneously. Even with you, you rehearse and talk. That is why you can't talk spontaneously with others. ध्यान से सुनिए. जब आप श्रद्धा में स्थित होते हैं, तब आप आपके निकट आने वाली कोई भी व्यक्ति के साथ सहजता से जुड़ सकते हैं. Everything has to happen out of completion. सब कुछ पूर्णत्व की स्थिति में से ही होने चाहिए. When things happen out of completion, it leads to completion. मैंने कई लोगों के समझ से भागकर गुफाओं में छुपते हुए देखा है. गुफा में बाहित कर ध्यान करना गलत नहीं है, परंतु यदि आप ये गलत कारण से कर रहे हैं, ओह गलत है. The reason also has to be right, not just the action. when you are ready to stretch yourself, to honor all the words you gave it to you, you will be easily stretch yourself to honor all the words you give it to others. You always think, oh, to honor the words I gave it to me is very easy. Honoring the words I give it to others is very difficult. No. You think satisfying you is very easy. Satisfying others is very difficult. I say, no, you are wrong. Satisfying others is very easy. Satisfying you is the real job you need to do. Why do you think you prepare all your dialogue even when you go to meet your close friend? It is not just to satisfy him. After the meeting, when you are coming back, you will be thinking whether you performed well or not. And you will be drilling yourself to satisfy you. You are preparing so much. How many of you cognize? After every meeting, you drill and scan. Did you perform well or not? Relax. You don't understand. After the happening, when you scan, it is post-mortem report, not sensor. No post-mortem report can be satisfying because it is done on a dead person. जब आप पूर्णत्व में स्थित होकर प्रतिक्रिया व्यक्त करते हैं, तब वह अधिक पूर्णत्व की स्थिति को उत्पन्न करता है. Listen. Authenticity means stretching yourself to fulfill your expectation about you and others' expectations about you. Immediately, the moment you hear this word, your mind says, no, 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 no. I can never fulfill others' expectation. Forget about that. Because this guy wants me this guy wants me this guy wants me this guy wants me this. When you decide you can never fulfill others' expectation in your life, you literally destroy you. I am not saying you will be able to fulfill everyone's expectations about you. Till the end, you may not be able to fulfill, but when you decide you will not be able to fulfill, you are dead. Listen. I am not saying you can fulfill everyone's expectation about you, but I am saying when you decide you can't fulfill others' expectations about you, you are dead. You decide to be dead. You stop allowing life happening in you. श्रद्धा का अर्थ है कि आप स्वयं के प्रति जो आपकी अपेक्षा है और अन्य लोगों को आपसे जो अपेक्षा है उसको पूर्णता से पूरा करते हैं. Listen. Life happens to you, brings you excitement when you go on stretching yourself to fulfill others' expectation. Taking responsibility to fulfill others' expectation, even if they are not fulfilling your expectation, is love. Taking responsibility to fulfill others' expectations, even when they are not fulfilling, ready to fulfill your expectations, is love. दूसरों का संतुष्ट करना स्वयं को संतुष्ट करने से अधिक मुश्किल है. Take the responsibility for love. That is where relationship starts. Do not say to anybody, I love you, unless you are ready to take the responsibility to fulfill their expectations about you without bothering whether they are ready to fulfill your expectations or not. When they are also fulfilling your expectation, you are also fulfilling their expectation. It is called business partnership. It is partnership in the business called life. Don't call it as love. Sometimes, not only you have partners in the business, even in the life you have partners. Maybe you can use the word life business partner. But life happens to you, brings you excitement when you go on fulfilling others' expectations. आप में जीवन तभी बहता है, तभी आपको उत्साह देता है जब आप दूसरों की अपेक्षाओं को पूरी करते हैं. प्रेम का जिम्मेदारी उठाने से ही संबंध का आरंभ होता है. What is love? What is prem? I'll define. Listen. Only when you take responsibility to fulfill others' expectation about you without bothering whether others fulfill your expectation or not is love. Utter the word towards anybody that you love them, I love you, only when you are ready to take the responsibility to fulfill their expectation about you without expecting whether they are going to fulfill your expectations about them or not. Otherwise, don't tell, I love you. Don't abuse the word, I love you. It will lose power if you use it very loosely. दूसरे आपकी उम्मीदों को पूरा ना करे फिर भी दूसरों की उम्मीदों की जिम्मेवारी लेना ही प्रेम है. दूसरे आपकी उम्मीदों को पूरा ना करे फिर भी दूसरे की उम्मीदों की जिम्मेवारी लेना ही प्रेम है. If you fulfill others' expectation, other fulfill your expectation, it is more of business. Love means without even bothering whether the other is fulfilling or not, you take the responsibility to fulfill the other's expectation about you. That is where love starts. Love is the basic component for relationship. अगर आप दूसरों के अपेक्षा को पूर्ण करते हैं और वे भी आपके अपेक्षा को पूर्ण करते हैं, तब वह व्यापार है। अगर आप दूसरों के अपेक्षा को पूर्ण करते हैं और वे भी आपके अपेक्षा को पूर्ण करते हैं, तब वह व्यापार है। Listen. Love is beyond business. Love makes life happen in you. When you decide to fulfill others' expectation without bothering about whether others fulfill your expectations or not, your muscle memory is filled with so much of life. प्रेम व्यापार से परे है। प्रेम आप में जीवन की रचना करती है। मैं आपसे प्रेम करता हूं, इन शब्दों का उपयोग तभी करें जब आप उनकी अपेक्षाओं को पूर्ण करने की जिम्मेदारी ले, चाहे वो आपकी अपेक्षा पूरी करे या ना करे। When I say I love my Swamis and Swaminis, I take the responsibility to fulfill their expectations about me without bothering they are going to fulfill my expectation or not. वही सच्चा प्रेम कहलाता है। A glimpse of love makes you naturally expand yourself for more and more love. I have a question from Enriching Temple. What if their expectation from you is limiting them and not expanding them? Listen. Even if others' expectation about you is limiting them, expand, stretch yourself to fulfill it. Then make them understand they need to expand, not before. Only then they will understand their inauthenticity. Others are ready to listen about their inauthenticity from you only when you prove you are authentic. Glimpse of love makes you expand more and more in love. प्रेम का एक प्रेम का एक झलक आपको प्रेम में अधिक और अधिक विस्तार करता है। ध्यान से सुनिए। When you take responsibility of one person, deciding, I will fulfill your expectation about me, even if you don't fulfill my expectation about you, you decide to bring love in your heart, you decide to bring relationship in your life. I tell you, only one love, one relationship will bring so much of joy, love, life, laughter in you. You will see that you wanted to play this game again and again and again. You want to expand this with every possible relationship. Loving everyone, educating everyone, taking responsibility for everyone. I am not doing it for any reason. I am just enjoying, feeling expanded, so I continue to do. I will be continuously doing. यदि दूसरों की अपेक्षाएं आपको सीमित करती है, फिर भी आप उनकी अपेक्षाएं पूरी करें, उसके पश्चात ही उनको उनकी अश्रद्धा को समझाए, उसके पश्चात ही उनको उनकी अश्रद्धा को समझाए। जब आप एक व्यक्ति का जिम्मेदारी उठाते हैं, यह सोचकर मैं आपकी अपेक्षा को पूर्ण करूंगा, चाहे आप मेरी अपेक्षा को पूर्ण करें ना करें, तब आप अपने जीवन में सुख, शांति एवं पूर्णत्व का अनुभव कर सकते हैं। Whether others fulfill your expectation or not, when you fulfill, it brings so much of fulfillment in you. So much of fulfillment in you. I tell you, simply you decide as a strategy planning of your life, authenticity and love and expanding. Best strategy planning for your life is decision to love and build relationships. I have a question from Marpana, San Diego. What if I realize that others' expectations are limiting me? Should I still fulfill them? Listen, fulfill them and then make them understand you are limited by their expectations. Go on expanding to fulfill others' expectation. I tell you, the energy which you use to defend yourself from others, the energy you need to stretch yourself to others' expectation, both are one and the same. You need less energy to stretch yourself to fulfill others' expectation than constantly defending you from others. Your energy will be used only for two purposes. Either defending you constantly from others or stretching yourself to fulfill others' expectations about you. मैं आपको कहता हूं, सिर्फ एक प्रेम ही, एक संबंध ही आप में बहुत आनंद, प्रेम और रिश्ते लाएंगे और आप बार बार यही चाहेंगे। मेरे पास एक प्रश्न आया है, अगर दूसरों की अपेक्षा मुझे सीमित करती है, क्या मैं तब भी उनको पूर्ण करूं? उत्तर है, तभी आप उनके अपेक्षा को पूर्ण कीजिए, फिर उनको समझाइए कि उनकी अपेक्षा आपको सीमित कर रही है। inauthenticity constantly keeps the imagination and fantasies of shrinking, cozy, small in you. You always imagine in one corner of the world where nobody is there, in a small hut, the beach, eating and sleeping is your vacation. That is the way you will be in peace, you will be in completion. What an inauthentic imagination your mind goes on feeding you. First of all, how will you reach the corner where there is no human beings are? Second, who will make the hut for you and who is going to give you the food? Keeping impossible imaginations as your fantasies and goes on prolonging the incompletion and inauthenticity in your life is delusion. How many of you are running and working for this kind of impossible vacations as your imagination? Raise your hand. How many of you have these impossible vacations as your imagination? Be very clear. You are running towards delusion. Relax. अश्रद्धा आपको संकुचित करता है, संकुचित करता है। अश्रद्धा आपको संकुचित करता है। केवल श्रद्धा, संपूर्ति एवं जिम्मेदारी के साथ ही आप सच्चा प्रेम का अनुभव करके विस्तारित हो सकते हैं। अपने आप को दूसरों के अपेक्षाओं को पूरित करने के लिए निरंतर अपने आप को विस्तारित करें। दूसरों के अपेक्षाओं को पूरित करने के लिए कम ऊर्जा की आवश्यकता है, कम ऊर्जा की आवश्यकता है। अपने आप को दूसरों की अपेक्षाओं से बचाने के लिए अधिक ऊर्जा की आवश्यकता है। Listen. Whenever Rahu, among the grahas, planets, Rahu is negative towards you, first thing he gives you is inauthentic imaginations and visualizations. Ketu reminds you the inauthenticity of your visualizations and imaginations. Whenever you are asked to remind, you are asked to face your inauthenticity, listen, Ketu is helping you. Whenever your inauthentic imaginations are becoming strong in you, Rahu is overpowering you. I have a question from Rishi Girijananda. Can Swamiji give example of others' expectations limiting us and still continue to fulfill that? Rishi Girijananda, you expect me to be a CEO. You constantly expect me to act as a CEO for you, which is limiting me from my authenticity. But I continue to fulfill your expectation about me to be CEO and guiding you even in mundane things. My authenticity of my level is just guiding you with the spiritual principles and giving you these tattvas and making you live and expand and achieve success. But Rishi Girija, you go on expecting me to be your CEO, supplying every day-to-day ideas, supporting you, guiding you, inspiring you, listening to you, spending time with you, which is limiting me, but I continue to fulfill your expectation about me. Girija, got it? Peetathishwar of Hyderabad, Nithyananda Dhyana Peetam has sent this question. Many times, even if it is limiting, fulfill it and then make them understand it is limiting me, but I am going to continue to fulfill it. आज की सत्संग की सारांश है, today's satsang's essence is integrity, authenticity and responsibility can enrich your relationship and love. संपूर्ण श्रद्धा और जिम्मेदारी को अपने संबंधों में लाइए और प्रेम की गंगा का अनुभव कीजिए. Ganga of love opens in you and in your relationship with integrity, authenticity, responsibility.